Okay, welcome back. We're on to lesson 5, economists and philosophers. So, throughout history, there have been many economists and philosophers who have studied economic systems uh, to see how they work, and they have made important contributions to our understanding of them. These thinkers have had big impact on the free enterprise system that we use in the US. So, what are economists? Economists are experts in the study of economics. They analyze, and interpret economic data and trends. Philosophers. So, who are philosophers? Philosophers are thinkers who contemplate and explore fundamental questions about knowledge, existence, values, reason, and more. When you go to college, you can study either or, economics or philosophy. If you didn't know, I am a philosophy major, so that's what I studied in college. First philosopher slash economist, because you can be both, right, is Adam Smith. Adam Smith is important because he's known as the father of capitalism. Smith believed in the division of labor and the concept of mutual self-interest in a free market. In other words, Adam Smith thought it was very important for people to want to do something because they were going to get a reward from it, right? So that's very important when we talk about economies, especially in the free market. He believed that government should have a minimal role in the economy and that the flows of goods should be determined by the invisible hand of the market. So, what is that? The invisible hand of the economy or the market is like when everybody does what's best for themselves. It somehow helps make things better for everyone without planning it. So, again, invisible because it's how things naturally flow. So, if you just let them flow naturally, it'll be good for the economy, right? That's what Adam Smith believed. Nobody should mess with that, right? The government shouldn't stop that. It should just flow. Next person is John Maynard Keynes. Okay. So John Maynard Keynes believed that government intervention could stabilize the economy during times of recession and depression. So he believes the government should do something. Okay. He argued that the government not spending a lot of money in the country actually um, is bad for the economy. And when the government spends more money in the economy, it's actually better and it stimulates the economy. Okay. This is, he's important because it influenced macroeconomics policies in government. So a lot of people do believe like when the government stimulates and puts money into the economy, it stimulates the economy, right? To make more money, right? So macroeconomics, what is this? This is a branch of economics that studies the behaviors and performance of an economy as a whole, right? Not just a person, what they decide, but as a whole. And they study things like inflation, which we've heard in the news, unemployment, and economic growth. Next one is Friedrich Hayek. So Friedrich Hayek believed that um, freely determine prices for producing efficient economic outcomes. So, in other words, nobody should determine how much you should sell things for, right? That should be up to the person. He also thought that governments that centrally planned the economy, governments that had a lot of intervention, governments that mess with the economy a lot, were less efficient than free market economies, right? And what he believed in has really affected the United States and free markets, right? So, in other words, Hayek believed that governments should not intervene with the economy, and this will be better for the economy, right? Opposite of what Hayek thought. And we have Milton Friedman. So, Milton Friedman believed in the importance of individual freedom and limited government intervention in the economy. Okay. Again, freedom, right? The individual should have the freedom to choose what to buy, when to buy it. The individual should have the freedom to make their own business, create their own um, business to make whatever they want, right? And again, limited government intervention. So the government shouldn't stop you. The government shouldn't say how much to make, what to make, how much to sell it for. The less the government is involved, the better. Okay. He argued that free markets were the most efficient way to allocate resources, and government intervention often leads to unintended consequences. Friedman's ideas have influenced economic policy and have helped shape the free enterprise system in the US. So, a lot of his ideas are what guides us today in our economy in the United States. So, to recap, throughout history, economists and philosophers have studied economic systems and have made contributions that were very important to understanding and how and why they work. Adam Smith, known as the father of capitalism, believed in the division of labor and the invisible hand of the market. John Maynard Keynes argued that government intervention during economic downturns is good, right? Like if the economy is doing bad, then the government should do something to help it. Okay. Friedrich Hayek thought that prices should not be determined, right? Prices should just be dependent on the supply and demand, right? On good prices. And Milton Friedman advocated for individual freedom and limited government intervention in the economy. Again, meaning that we should make the choices and the government should have nothing to very little to do with the economy. Again, thank you for listening. Make sure to take the quiz at the end of this video, and I'll see you in class.